Assalamu alaikum. My name is HUSSAIN from Team Dadyal Online, and today we have administrator of Dadyal, Khalid Bhalote, and a lot of people on our website and our Facebook page have requested this interview.
Oh,
and, we finally got down to doing it.
lovely, Samir, lovely, Samir. It's a pleasure to be with you, and it's a pleasure to actually see our news website, Dadyal Online. I'm quite proud because it is based on facts, and it's based on truth, and it's based on opinions of the public. Whereas we have other websites as well, where it's always derogatory stuff and stuff which is not truth, which is being published, and it's just used to actually discredit people. And the sadness in Pakistan, what I felt, is that even when people are doing good work, the news agencies don't pick that up at all, and they miss everything. And the minute they find an excuse to put something on, they'll come on with 16 other stuff as well, which is total lies. So, I mean, it's a pleasure here to have you in our offices today. And we're just waiting when you're going back. I think you stayed for too long here.
It's been a few months.
It's a pleasure having you in our offices today, and especially Dadyal Online News, because it's my favourite station or website, you can call it, because it's the one that's based on truth and it's based on facts. I've always liked it because even your staff that's here that actually help out, I think they're very honest and very helpful as well. A pleasure having you in our offices, and it's a pleasure that I can be with my people in England.
Okay, moving on to the first question that we've got. It's again from the Facebook post where we had, I think, over about 50-60 questions. So
sure.
It just gives you an indication of how keen people are to ask you questions.
It's good. It's good.
The first question is, as you know, a lot of people in England might not be aware of the roles and the role and the responsibilities of Administrator Baldia in Dadyal. So could you briefly describe your job role, talk about the main responsibilities?
Well, I think the easiest way to clarify this is the administrator is just like being the mayor of a city in the United Kingdom, but it's a bit more being involved with work, and it's more similar to the mayor of London, where you're actually directly responsible for work being done. My job entails is registering births within my municipal committee, and taxation is another avenue we have. We have the planning department, where we give planning for building houses, and our job is to try and ensure that we have a clean and safe environment. Now, these are our duties, really. And all, hence, to do with anything else as well. Anybody basically living within the municipal committee, they're our responsibility. My duties here are to actually ensure that it's a safe environment, hygienically we're clean, and when it concerns planning, to do with roads, to do with safety, and for equality for all, then this is my duty. Anything within our jurisdiction.
Which projects have been delivered by the Baldia in the period that you've been on this seat, and which are in progress? Okay.
Well, firstly, when I came here, I saw that the office environment wasn't good, in the sense that the staff, they didn't have the tables and chairs to sit on. There was 30 staff that work inside. Yet I think the seating capacity was only for about 15 or 16 people. When I came to the office, the first thing I realised was that it wasn't a working environment. This office that you see was my own office. It was the administrator's office, and then we had out the other rooms, but it was complete darkness in the rooms. There was no lighting sort of facilities. So the first thing I actually delivered on was getting a UPS for the building here, so at least even when the electric went off, we could still work. I thought that was the important bit to it. And then, whereas other projects were concerned, We started off with actually roads, and I focused on those roads that have not been built in Dadyal before, and which were sort of dirty roads, as opposed to going for roads which are sort of clean. There was Jiyakhtar's Road in Chumbi, we did that one. Again, Mandina, and the other thing what I realized was there was a big traffic problem in Dadyal because there's so many cars and motorbikes and everything. So it became a major problem. So we decided to deal with a one-way system first, so at least we can divert the traffic off. So I did the one-way system. उसके बाद हमने जो है street lights जो है पूरे शहर के अंदर लगाई हैं, and we're the first. I'm proud to say that in Azad Kashmir we're the first town to actually have street lights in our town. Then we put up the signboards, and on some of the signboards, obviously I didn't know that the sign writer here didn't know how to spell properly. So there were some mistakes on those boards. I came one morning and I read the college with a D on it, and I said it's not supposed to be. He says no, it is. Anyway, there was other signs as well where the helmet, that was spelled as helmet. So there's various mistakes that was done. But anyway, we did the signboards. We put bins in town because normally at the end of the day जब लोग अपनी ड्यूटी खत्म कर लेते थे, उसके बाद दुकानों के बाद वो कचरा अपना बाहर सड़क पर रखते थे. सड़क पर रखने के साथ प्रॉब्लम ये क्रिएट हो जाती थी कि एक तो गंदगी शहर के अंदर होती थी, और दूसरा जितने भी जानवर थे लोग उनको बाहर छोड़ देते थे वो ताकि इन बिन्स से आकर के अपने जो कचरा खाएं. तो मैंने बिन्स लगाए, एंड फिर उसके बाद हमने जितनी नालीज हैं और ऐसी नालीज हैं कि जो 15-20 साल नेवर हैड बीन क्लीन. अब हमसे आप शुरू करते हैं, नीचे से आते तो पहली मस्जिद आते हैं राइट हैंड साइड, उसके बाद जो है एक नाला था टोटल ब्लॉक था, और वो पिछले 18 साल से वो बंद था. जब मैंने उसको खोला है उसके अंदर मैंने नोटिस किया कि मेन जो पानी की लाइन है, मेन पे जो पानी की लाइन है वो उससे गुजर रही थी, और वो लोगों घरों को सप्लाई कर रही थी पानी. So imagine all the shit and grime all in one place, and it's blocked up, and then the mainline water's going. No wonder we have things like hepatitis B and C, because that's where they originate from. So then we did our jog. Jog for 32 years was an abandoned place. It was used as a patak, and for those people that don't know what a patak is where they put animals like goats and cows, stuff like this, which is floating around loose, which shouldn't be out in town. They actually lock them up there. So that's what it was used for. And then now, it was just a place where people used to do the toilet, and junkies used to come and play the cards. So we actually made that into a nice place, so people have got a place to go and sit and at least enjoy. What else have we done? We also put AC units into the Dadyal Hospital. We put 2 into the women's ward, 2 into the men's ward. We put a UPS system in the police station and in the cells as well, because the police obviously have their own system, but in the cells, when poor people are locked up, they'd be sweating away, and there was nothing for them. So at least they could use the fans. In the DSP office, we put a UPS system as well. So at least it made sure that everybody was able. These offices are main offices, like the DSP's office, the police station, the Assistant Commissioner's office. I put a UPS system in there as well. So even when there isn't electric, there's a power supply there from, so at least the work and maximum outputs sort of achieved. Then we gave a motorbike to the police station for the DFC, because although we say that the police are corrupt and they're not doing the job properly, और वो अपनी नौकरी जो है पुलिस वाले अपनी नहीं दे रहे, मैं समझता हूँ कि पुलिस वाले अपनी नौकरी बहुत अच्छे तरीके से दे रहे हैं. प्रॉब्लम ये है कि हमारे पास 22 पुलिस वाले हैं and पूरी तहसील को कवर करते हैं. So it's hard for them. They don't get no budget for fuel from the top. So obviously, if they're going to my job, they want some money for the petrol. Otherwise, their salary ends up going into fuel and stuff like this. So we got them a motorbike for them. We actually bought 2 motorbikes for my office, so my staff can actually be more on the road. We only had 1 tractor and trolley. And for those people that don't know what we use the tractor and trolley for, we use that to move rubbish, refuse on a daily basis. So I actually bought another tractor and trolley, which was funded by my friends. So today we have 2 tractors and trolleys. And then we're the only town in Azad Kashmir which actually cleans the town twice a day. I mean, no doubt you've been here for some months now, and I'm sure you'll have seen the differences yourself. And those British people that travel to Azad Kashmir, have come to Dadyal, they see those differences, that our town is much cleaner. We actually clean the town, and my cleaning team goes at 5 o'clock in the morning. They sweep up the town, they pick up all the litter, rubbish, all the refuse is taken away. Then at 5 o'clock in the evening, my team is back out again, they actually empty the bins again, clean the town up, so it's a clean place. Then on top of that, we built the entry gate in the name of Honourable Shaheed Mohd bin Bhutto. I built it in her name, at least it was a memory for her, and that was the least we could do, because it's because of the Pakistan People's Party that I've come here to serve. Otherwise, a British person coming to Pakistan to serve, it's impossible. You know, it wasn't a possibility. So that's why we actually put the entry gate up, so it was in honour of Mohd bin Bhutto, and we actually gave out wheelchairs to disabled people as well. I mean, whenever I go to England, I ask my friends if anybody's got a wheelchair, or go on eBay myself, we buy them and send them along and give them to those people that need them. I think that's the vast majority of jobs we've done, really.